Hi, everybody. This is Santa here, and this is my friend Evelina. And I want to tell you her story. To do that, we have to go back 150 years when Evelina was about 9 years old. At that time, she was discovering something special about herself that she truly loved to dance. She would find herself twirling in the living room and twirling in the dining room and twirling in her bedroom. She would even twirl while she was brushing her teeth. Oh, that was so much fun. Now, as was the custom at the time, she came to the kitchen table to write a letter to me, Santa Claus. She wrote, "Dear Santa, I don't want toys this year. I just want to be a ballerina. Love, Evelina." She folded that letter and she carefully placed it in an envelope. Now, 150 years ago, we did not use the postal service. Instead, we had children place their letters on the hearth by the fireplace. And I would send a wind from the south to bring those letters through the chimney and bring them to me at the North Pole. I got Evelina's letter and I received it and I opened it up and I read it and I knew what I was going to do. Now, Evelina was waiting and suddenly it was Christmas Eve and she knew her letter had gone, but what was God going to mean? And she heard a noise downstairs and she came down and she saw me standing by the tree. I turned and I smiled and said, "Well, hello, Evelina. I want you to know I got your letter." And Evelina looked and said, "Is it true? Can I be a ballerina?" And I smiled at her and I said, "Evelina, you already are a ballerina. You don't need a costume, you don't need a stage. You just need the love of dance and the courage to do it." I reached in my backpack and pulled out a present and I handed it to her. And I looked at her and said, "Evelina, it's your dreams. They are already waiting for you." And up the chimney I went. Now, Evelina waited until the morning and opened that package, and in it she found a pair of ballet slippers. And she placed them on her feet and she began to dance. She danced everywhere she could, even in the snow. And what she learned that Christmas was not every present required a bow. Some presents only require believing. This is Santa spreading the gospel of good cheer, wishing you all a Merry Christmas.